everyone, this is Kiki from Metal and High Heels. I'm sitting here with Ivo from Karmaflow, the creator, the inventor of Karmaflow. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. We just did our show and it was awesome.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely. It's always fun to be on stage. So
Again, after, I don't know, when did you play last time with Karmaflow? Was it January in the theater
yeah,
event?
we did one show after that in end of April when the album was released in the V2 in our hometown. And since then, it's been a couple of months. Finally back on stage again with the crew.
Cool. So the Karmaflow band goes alongside the game and the soundtrack. That's the word. But they are still two different things. Was it always the plan to have the band perform afterwards, after the game was released?
Well, I kind of had it in the back of my head. It was not that it was like from the get-go that it was the idea, but you know, since I already came out of being in a band and doing a live rock opera in the past with the previous show Equilibrio, it felt like, you know, this urge that I still needed to do the songs live. So I got some of the old Existence band members back, like Bob, the guitar player, and Luc, who's also in Existence for a bit, and Bas, our singer.
Okay.
And they were enthusiastic about performing the Karmaflow songs live. And then we had the crazy idea to do the whole big show with the orchestra, and that happened as well. So
that was amazing. I was there. It was beautiful.
Cool. Thank you. There was a lot of effort put into that by a lot of people. So
yes, you could see that. It was also really cool to see how modern it was with the app and to be so connected to the happenings on stage.
Yeah, we try to do this thing where we try to make an interactive rock opera, like the same way the music is being used in the game, to make a translation for that into real life. So we made the app with the choices you could make to help certain characters, and then the music would change live. That was a big experiment, but I think
How did that work? I'm really curious about that. Did you have like two possibilities already rehearsed, and did you check like the votes of the audience?
Yeah. So there was like a general vote. The most votes for a certain character, they were attached to a certain piece of music. So once the scores of the poll was in, then the conductor got like a sign, It's either we go to 1 or 2, and he signed that to the orchestra, and they all had the different sheet music ready, and the band just knew from the top of their head where to go. But that was
wow.
That was kind of like, okay, let's hope that this works. But it was pretty cool to do, and the orchestra was also really they were really excited about it.
It was amazing to watch too. How did you select the songs for the live set of today, for example?
Well, there are there are a number of tracks in the game that are more like ambient, atmospheric kind of stuff. So we try to stick with the main chunks, the bigger, like, you know, more metal and rock oriented parts. Of course, obviously where most vocal parts are in the song. So it's mostly at I don't know if you know how the game is built up, but there's like several worlds, and at the end of each world there's like this big conflict, and those songs are obviously all there because those are like the big rock opera moments.
Yeah. I have played the game, and that was another of my questions. How did you come up with everything? Because it's not only the nice metaphors with the whole dissonance thing, the musical terms and the beautiful music, but it was also the mechanics of the game. For example, the whole karma for moving forward, for activating some kind of stuff. How did you come up with all those ideas? How long have you been taking?
Well, we started with the first ideas. I think it was like halfway through 2012, something like that, when we got the first people of the team together who developed the game. And we talked about making a mechanic that would like influence the state of the world. So if more karma would be drained, what ended up as the main mechanic with extracting and infusing the karma, the more karma you drain, the worse the world gets. And that is supposed to reflect in the music, and that was kind of the idea, that the music would change according to the player's decisions. That was like the main thing we had in mind. And it took like 2-3 years to complete the game, and we iterated a lot on the main mechanic. And I mean, we I think we could have done better on that part, but that's like, you know, if you're into development and stuff like that, then it feels like there's more to be explored. But yeah, I think it's the same as with an album or as with a game in total, that you feel that it's never finished. So yeah.
Did you compose all the music on your own, or were the other band members already involved in the process?
Well, the Karmaflow band is like a separate entity, but we had like a group of, so me as like the main composer, and then we had a couple of arrangers who did all the orchestral arrangements, and some of the arrangers also did like small chunks of music to help me out with all the stress and all the things going on behind the scenes. So yeah, it's mostly is my work, and they took parts from what I wrote and then they changed it into their own thing.
Okay. Are you planning a second part to the game and the music?
At the moment, no. No, there's no plans for that. I would love to do it, but unfortunately the game didn't do as well as we hoped. And yeah, as a lot of people know, you know, album sales and stuff like that have been dropping tremendously, so there's not really a backbone financially to start working on that. But I will definitely start working on something new in the future, because, you know, it's in the blood. So
yeah. Are there other musicians you still look forward or would like to work with in the future? Vocalists like you included so many big stars of the scene.
Yeah, there were a couple of singers which I still wanted to involve. I would have loved to have Floor Jansen on board, but she was very busy, because at that time she was going to be announced as a new Nightwish singer, but that was like kind of hush-hush, but I knew that was going to happen, so unfortunately she was too busy. Russell Allen from Symphony X I would have liked to have on board, but I don't know, they never mailed me back, so I have no idea. And as a composer, I would really love to work with Anja Lucassen one day, just because, you know, I've talked to him a couple of times. He's a really cool guy, and I would like to see where, you know, if we would sit together and write something, where that would go. But
yeah,
I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Yeah,
that'd be really interesting.
Yeah, I think so too, but we have to wait and see.
Yes. Do you have any new dates appointed after this?
At the moment, no, and we are looking into how to make additional shows happen, because it takes a lot of organization. You know, we have the people who do the technique, which is like a team of 3, and then we have all the people who do makeup and the dressing, and then if we want to have the orchestra involved, then it's like another 10 people who do the production for that. Yeah. So it's really, you know, it's a lot of effort we have to put into making those kind of shows happen. But
I guess mostly also the theater ones.
Yeah, especially those, and it's like they're very costly to do. There's no way to make that profitable, or to, you know, to end up with a little bit of money left to invest into new projects. It just takes money to do that. But you know, it's a lot of fun to do. Yeah, it's a little, yeah, you can't even break even on that. We lost money on doing the shows, even though we sold out twice. Yeah. It's just. Yeah, but it's something I want to do, so...
Yeah, it's your investment.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you do what you love, and you try, and, you know...
Yeah, sure. As long as you enjoy it, that's fine.
Exactly, yeah.
Karmaflow. Do you believe in karma?
Yeah, well, maybe not specifically in how the word karma is used, but I do believe in, like, energy, and, you know, that you do, whatever you do, it comes back to you in a certain way. I do believe in that principle, so.
Okay. Well, you translated that to the images of the game beautifully. Yeah. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks. That's a big thumbs up to the artists.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to say?
Well, I'm glad that you took the time to do this interview, and that, you know, you're interested in the project, and I hope a lot of people over there will also pick up on the project, and you know.
Yeah, that's right. For the viewers who might not really know it yet. Give me one sentence, and after that sentence, describing the game, and after that sentence, 5 words that describe the whole project.
Okay, so Karmaflow is the world's first rock opera video game, which was also translated to real life to the first interactive rock opera, where we involved a lot of cool singers, like singer from Cradle of Filth, Sonata Arctica, Epica. And what was the last thing again? 5 words?
5 words.
5 words. It's epic music. It has some stunning visuals, I think. It's mostly story-driven. It's a 3D platform game, and we love making it. So
Great, thank you so much.
thank you very much.